No talk until the battle is won.
There will be time to talk. When all
Let's
of
just
this
get
is
to
done.
the end of this in one piece.
What have you done? What have you done to me? There is no redemption, can't you see? It is too late. If Melodia could see all I've done, she'd know. She'd know her husband died long ago with Isabel. Unlike Isabel, he could not be brought back. I haven't forgotten her embrace. Melodia's. Nor Seluna's. But the Moon Maiden did not intervene when my life was dismantled piece by piece. And when I tried to buy it back, it cost me everything. Everything. We are copper pieces in their belts. Tokens to be traded for scraps. You have beaten me, true soul. But the gods beat me first. Aelin.
Rise, you dog! Retribution has come, and her sword is my sword. Ha! Ketheric Thorn would sooner die than lay down his rank cause. Isn't that right, General?
I was a fool to hesitate. Power like mine cannot be hidden, cannot be cowed. But power like mine has a price. A price I am destined to pay. You have one last chance to bow. Once it's gone, I'll have no choice but to destroy you both. Do you hear? Bow! The prism. You've had it all this time, you worm. You will bow before me. And if you will not bow, you will break.
He will crumble at the power of your touch. Give him all you have. The gods fight at our side!
Over there.
No choice but to keep going. Best be on my way. Let's get this over with.
Orders. Folk Father, ease my way.
Yes? My strength is yours. Yes.
Take two.
You still have time to surrender.
Let me strike.
So much for peace.
Death greets us all, but not today.
On your command.
Enough. My lord beckons me. You must return to your prison, and my daughter must be reclaimed.
Your daughter? Isabel.
You will fall as sure as she. This has only begun.
That tentacle was colossal. How can such a thing be possible?
Yes.
My faith will protect me. Let's do this. Time to pack it in for the
That
day, I
thing
think.
came from below. We need to find out where it took Ketherick. Time to get going. How much further can I go?
Where Ketherick has gone, madness and horror await. Steel yourself. We must follow.
This isn't over yet. We need to pursue Ketherick Thorn.
We've worn Ketherick down, but the cadaver still has some life in him. Down the tentacle hole we go.
What's in here?
The General will call that a tactical retreat, I'm sure. But you have him on the run. That thing he summoned was illithid. Follow it below and find him, before he has a chance to subdue the Night Song again. Better they stay here, and hold the tower should Ketheric's army catch wind of our assault. But if you have room for one lone soldier, I would face Ketheric by your side. Theory and supposition, none of which will help us in the fight to come. Ketheric must die, and the Absolute with him. We will work out the details as they rear their ugly heads. If our luck holds, they won't need to. If it doesn't, well, they are Harpers. Being outnumbered is part of the job. But the sooner we reach Ketheric and rob his army of their reason to fight, the better. You have numbers enough already, I think. You'll want a small force, if you are to finish this quickly.
I suppose this affords me a little alone time. Until later, then.
At your command.
Don't waste a step.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
I wager that devil I meant to rescue somewhere near.
Your father too, if our fortunes are so kind.
If you feel you are being watched, take comfort. That is only because you are. The colony knows we are here. Already I can hear the whispers. Ha! A sharper sense than that. That of painful experience. A colony is a sentience, comprised of the collective. For anything outside of that collective, assimilation or annihilation. If it tries to dominate me, turn me against you, well, I have seen you fight. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Well met.
A Gaith colony. Or something close to it. You'll find no place more repellent in all the plains.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
They're not attacking. Seems they think we're allies. Seems simple enough. The stench! I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
Friend, you found the helm! We remember you well. You saved us once. Perhaps you can do it again? They are not kind to us here. We are different, they say, aberrant. They wish to repurpose us, destroy what they cannot fix. Please, help us escape harm. Oh, thank you. Thank you! You are a good friend. No, more. Rescuer!
Never think. Always chop, chop, chop.
This lake of blood again. It's even bigger up close.
No will sparks behind his eyes. His mind has been hollowed out to better echo the commands of the collective.
A cake thrall. The only way to save it is to kill it.
You could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. Surely that would be the humane thing to do. You could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow mind for anything that could serve you. Pliant as well-worn boots, his mind turns to his work. Chop, cut, sort, shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes the brains, digs free the squirming tadpoles, the unworthy ones given over to the illithids, to become.
Part of one mind. 4 little feet dancing to same song.
With a lurch, you realize he means the intellect devourers. Here, the brains are harvested, made part of the hive mind.
But there is one little kitty dances to another song. Same song as you. Nursery. Here they become. Chop, chop. Help them become. Bad kitty sings wrong song. Must fix.
You focus on the source of the power, but it is quiet and still. It needs to rest.
Yes. Yes. Take. Only one song remains. Careful petting. Sticky. Faces don't chop.
We are free! Thank you, friend. But perils remain, near and far. Better to stay together. You and us, we will remain with you. Call us, and we will be at your side.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
No one stopped me yet.
Discern.
An offering from Moonrise Towers.
Flaggins will be done.
Looking ahead.
Wonderful. Just fantastic.
The pride of the gate. One move ahead.
Never a dull moment. Swift as my feet can carry me.
The moment comes. The absolute.
You could kill it. You could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow.
Yes. Yes. Please. last. No more chop. Chop. Chop.
The blade will not bend. I've found my mark.
I will ascend. This is your end.
Survival is all that matters. At the ready.
And I thought we were going to be friends.
Anything of use? Another step forward.
Greeting.
Here we go. Light on my feet. What path lies before me? Should get started.
Swiftly, if you please. These knees do not bend easily. I will
no matter what you heard.
This is my time. Fleet of foot.
think we have given offense.
Battle favors the fearless.
Victory awaits.
Let my knees
What must be done?
With haste.
Baldur's Gate will know my desire. Our desire.
As the console bursts into life, a mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like. Console glows as you approach, the mind still desperately. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect.
Stop. Welcome. Stop. Welcome. Stop. Welcome.
The mind passively awaits. Stop. Welcome. Welcome back, Master.
That should do it. Time to see what's back there. Time to press ahead.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design. Order. Perfection. Unity.
turns into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Taken. Corrupted. Gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
The grand design. It is every Githyanki's duty to ensure the Geich Empire is never reborn.
The grand design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
Of many hearts, one soul.
Here goes nothing.
Mind Flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
The device does not react to your presence. The device releases a stream of fragmented memories and emotions, all that remains of the pod inhabitant's former self. The device does not react to your presence. Defiance. Even as her organs began to dissolve, she believed she could resist. You remember the shattered windows of Alteral's High Cathedral, the burning black sky of Avernus beyond. In its horror, the blood war unites you. Tiefling, dwarf, and elf alike huddle behind the shields of your paladin order, waiting for salvation. But when it comes, this unit, the returned city, casts your people out, the devils who dragged them down to hell. In the end, it is not your paladin oath that is broken. It is your faith itself.
Time to rest.
Delirium, mania, laughter. His mind broke before the end, and he was laughing uncontrollably as the skin fell from his face.
Best be on my way.
Your lungs burn with the dry heat of the fires raging about you. But the pain is not enough to diminish your swing. One goblin after another falls to your blade. Desperation. Voice cries out through the thick smoke. Ravengard raided his village, but the clang of swords and the spell shouts of attacking drow are your only reply. This pod pulsates with the angry memories of Ravengard's search officer, Manep Shurga. She laments her failure to locate him. Amusement, curiosity, fascination. He believed the horrors of Moonrise to be a fleeting dream that fade on waking. Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Ghaik machinery. Cold as the sea of night, alien as time to the astral plane. Avert your eyes, close your mind.
Still on my feet.
only way out is through.
She might seem, but nature has words.
I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived. You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. It would be nice to think so, but whatever these monsters twist us into, I believe it begins in us. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketherick is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. And you, my friend, and pathetic, inadequate as it is. Thank you.
Never wanted the easy path.
Time wasted. Battle awaits.
I don't know how to thank you. I thought I was done for. This is a bleeding shit show. Half my squad's dead, the other half sporting tentacles. We came here to rescue Duke Ravengard. But we didn't stand a chance. Yeah. He was in one of the pods. The cultists took him away. He was still human, and still trying to put up a fight.
Oh, stench. I'm beginning to think I should have stayed in that pod. In there it only smelled like me. Is there any news about Duke Ravengard? Did he get out alive? No. Tell by your expression. Gonna have to fall on my sword, aren't I?
Hells. I didn't think the Blade of Frontiers. The savior. The others. The ambush. Tell me they survived. You've heard. I would be. And all the while. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. I fell short of that mark in Avernus. And even so, it was not so bad. I won't make excuses. Ketherick, if there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. They have you. Go, my friend.
What's hiding here?
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
That pod, is that Mizora inside?
Mizora? You're Zariel's asset.
My dumb little stinker. Took you long enough. Now, by Grazit's cock, get me out of this thing!
I'll do it, and you'll set me free. That was the deal.
Yeah. So, get to it already.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
You did all right, Will. I'd give your belly a good rub, but never could stand the smell.
You're free, Mizora. I held up my end. Now you hold up yours. Sever the pact.
Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soulbearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? Gods damn you!
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Another one? Well, after jumping through all those hoops, a little treat wouldn't hurt. All that power. And to think you want to throw it away. Now, you've got business in the towers to take care of. Don't you fret. I'll find you soon enough. You're going to need me. Count on it. Oh, and go ahead. Tell your chums how we met. It's a real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
Zariel's asset was none other than Mazora herself. Of course. Tricks on top of tricks on top of tricks. But I've only got 6 months before I made a free man. Thanks be to the Triad. No, scratch that. Thanks be to you. First, we killed Ketheric Thorm. Then, I'll tell you everything you want to know. What else is on your mind?
I'll give it a shot.
A parasite, brimming with magic. Take it.
No more tadpoles in here. Wonder what happened to them.
Very well.
Assume nothing.
At least things have stayed
Well,
interesting.
I think that unknowable... I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lifted by the talon, there's no telling how deep... Still, I am the frontiers. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the
Sharp as ever.
Still alive, so that's progress. Another step forward. Seems simple enough.
General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers. Not even the worms will want your carcass. I'm done with you.
2 steps at a time.
My path be true.
The corpse run.
Have to keep going.
We will take the city. Every soul made true.
Anything of use?
I feel glorious. Well, good feelings never last, I suppose. This is Mom's eye patch. What's become of her?
Seems I can understand Illithid script. Thank you, Tadpole.
Empty vessel, nothing more. Lending voice. Right, you get it. I've been watching, learning. So we've got to trick it, see? Wait, how did you get in here? Away, slave! They might have taken your mind, but they won't have mine! This Cortesh fella's got an idea. Kind of a And if you choose another, what's more loving than a brother? Yes.
We will take the city.
They're in my head. They're in my head! They're in yours too. It won't be long now until we're changed. Am I dead? I don't want to die, but I don't want to live. Not like this.
The city calls out.
Every day he comes. Every day for 3 days to ask me how I feel. I want to tell, but I am confused. Which day is it? We are his pets. His plan. Lord Gortash. The first, yes. 5 days since he put that thing in my eye, but the first day he came to visit. He says I am the last, that the other subjects have all changed.
Separate cells. I never saw them, but when they changed... My head! I can feel them in my head! Eye hurts. Head hurts. But he says I am past the worst of it. That I won't change like the others. He's given me a place of honor, so he can repeat his miracle. And a name. True Soul. She whispers in my mind. She sings. Praise the Absolute. Fine bones, sharp jaw. Some variety of elf? Pretty enough for a flesh prison. If not the noble Githzerai features I was born with.
The monk-like Githzerai, sibling race to the warrior Githyanki. Their contempt for one another is eclipsed only by their shared hatred of the Illithids.
I'd guess you're no willing guest of the Gake either. Perhaps we might aid one another. Warriors of the mind. Oh, there's some physical prowess involved, but the battlefield on which we truly fight the Gake is their own. My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gake. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy. I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware. So here is my offer. Use your tadpole, erase me, and I will pass my technique on to you.
You catch the lie. The monk isn't telling everything.
All right. The Gate did not find my monastery. I led them there. They promised me immortality, and they gave it. I have been their rotting trophy for centuries.
As her agitation swells, so does her latent psionic power. To your tadpole, that guilt and terror are almost fragrant. You realize the Illithids locked her away not as a trophy, but as a fine vintage.
Please, touch my mind and purge it. The moment you do, my knowledge will be yours.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons. It fades beneath your touch, but you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see. And I see.
Mizora positively drips with passive-aggressive condescension. I much prefer straightforward condescension. It leaves no chance of being misunderstood.
Pardon? Wouldn't do to phlegm all over Lord Gortash during my first performance, would it? Acoustics are a little off in here. Which is... where, exactly? Oh, just a serving girl with notions. Till I met Lord Gortash. He heard me singing in Beggar's Rest. Said he needed someone to give voice to lost knowledge. A little over my head, being honest, but the Lord has gold. I trust he knows his business. Now, I'd best warm up.
Oh, oddly sentimental. Or mayhaps you're just looking for an edge on the competition, eh? No fooling me. Patience. You'll hear it when Lord Gortash does.
Should mind my step. A whole fleet of mortaloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Prepare the march. My chosen gather.
My head hurts. Can I go back to bed, Mummy? I live here. This is my house. Our house, right, Mummy? We saw a big spiky snail that fell out of the sky. I'm just very sleepy, Mummy. I wish you'd stop waking me up so much. With big wiggly legs. Night, night, Mummy. Love you.
Discern, faithful. We depart. Descend, assemble. Liberate!
Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a lot more than usual?
Something's roused them. Something significant.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His gripped breath sings to my sinews again, again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The Lash of Thor!
Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard. The Absolute.
Helm preserve us.
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way